talent show. This, in 2 weeks, is my dad and mom's 50th wedding anniversary. And I'd like to begin by reading a short thing that my dad wrote about their courtship in 1946 and 47. I was supposed to preface this with my dad wrote this, and my mom may not agree, but yeah. Okay, this is the courtship of Dwayne and Marjorie, 1946-47 by Dwayne. In 1946 was the year I arrived in Charleston, South Carolina, aboard the USS Nelson, DD-623, a destroyer in the U.S. Navy. I found a small building on King Street where the Charleston branch met for meetings, and I began to attend on a regular basis. Not long after this, I think it was February, a district conference was held in Charleston, downtown at the old Fellowship Hall. It was at that meeting where I first saw Marjorie Saxon. She just stood out from everyone, and I was immediately attracted to her. I was in my sailor uniform, and I don't think she was particularly attracted to sailors. Anyway, I got her cousin to introduce us. We visited for a few moments, and she was off. It seemed hardly more than a hello. I didn't see her anymore that day. I did not have her address and did not write to her or attempt to see her. However, in August, the Southern States Mission had a youth conference in Augusta, Georgia. I attended, and so did Marjorie. I recognized her across the room immediately and went over to dance with her. We danced a lot that night and got acquainted. The next day we sat together in church, I think to her mother's consternation. But I really liked the way she smiled and winked at me. She was really something. Marjorie and I spent a lot of time on the front and side porch. Wait a minute, I skipped something. It was the next week that Marjorie went to visit her sister, Clyde Godfrey, in Charleston. I had already become acquainted with Clyde and Woodrow. Marjorie and I spent a lot of time on the front porch swing. We talked a lot, and sometimes we didn't talk a lot. When she went home, I think I wrote to her every day, and sometimes twice. Her father was flabbergasted. I would hitchhike on Friday from Charleston to Ridgeland and spend the weekend with Marge and hitchhike back on Sunday. Marge would let me sleep in her bed, and I don't remember where she slept, but I was down there quite a bit, and she didn't like the way I made up her bed. I think I expressed my intent to marry Marjorie about 2 weeks after we started going together in August, but she wouldn't consider it then. It was the following February or March when I bought a ring and formally proposed to her. That day, I had gone to the barber for a haircut. I told him to leave it about 2 inches long. He thought I said take off 2 inches. I was almost shave-headed when I went to see Marjorie. The fact that she accepted me looking like that was proof that she must love me. Some of the details of our courtship are hazy after this many years. I do remember that she sent me home early one weekend because she had another date. But we had a lot of fun being together, swimming at the river or at Bailey swimming pool. We finally got married on June 27, 1947 in a little Richland chapel. It was very hot and candles spin over. President Wallace McBride performed the ceremony. Afterwards, we went to the beaches of Charleston for our honeymoon, or so said the local paper. We actually went to Aunt Carrie's apartment in Charleston. She was away for the summer, and we stayed there until we moved to Arizona at the end of July when I was released from the Navy. And if I had it all to do over again, I would. One of Dad and Mom's favorite songs is Shine On. And now we're going to have Kathy, Julie, and Amy sing the song for us.
See, I just asked you. No.
It's called smiling through.